Hello, I'm Coach Frye, and this is Baseball Scorekeeping 101, Lesson 7. Well, you volunteered to be a scorekeeper and your big day arrives. Transportation to the park is usually provided by the team. I'm not saying that every team provides a limousine for their scorekeeper. I'm just saying we did, and they seemed to enjoy it. Oops, wrong photograph. The limousine was for the professional baseball scouts, but note the small bat and team emblem to make you feel welcome. If you're the official scorekeeper, you will keep score in the scorekeeper's booth or cage. Although it may not look like much from the outside, rest assured on the inside it has been fixed up to meet and exceed all of your expectations. There's a difference between the official scorekeeper and the team scorekeeper. The home team provides a scorekeeper to keep the official record. The official record is turned over to the duty board member or other official at the end of the game. The team may use their own scorekeeper to assess their opponent and scout the opposing team and to challenge the official record if necessary, especially the pitch count. Okay, we now move forward and you have the official scorebook. Here are some things to think about. Do not try to keep the official and unofficial record in the same game. As Confucius say, scorekeeper with two books keeps accurate score in none. I did not make that up. Okay, maybe I did. When you thumb through the scorebook and see all the scratching made by the other scorekeepers, you may think, I want to keep my pages neat. But the managers know. If you have neat records, a lot of things are missing in those records. Now there's things you want to do. You want to do what you can when you can. If you can get to the park 45 minutes before the game on your first day, do. As to how things are done, you can ask the board member what they hope to have recorded. If you have not had an opportunity to do that in advance of your first day and you really can't tell from the scorebook what should be recorded, just record the information listed in this training program and you will be okay. If you can be the unofficial scorekeeper for your first game, do. Beg for help when you need it. Forget the pride issue. And do as much as you can when you can. Each manager of the team knows that when you enter the booth that 1. You are the scorekeeper, and 2. You will be looking for the pitcher's eligibility tracking form and the lineup card. But them knowing this does not mean they will come right over and give them to you. One of the reasons they may delay is because she may not know which players are going to show up for the game. Additionally, she usually has a few other things to do to get her team ready for the game and the field prepared. The league usually has an on-duty board member who will provide you with the official scorebook for the division. Maybe it'll even be for a particular team. You want to make sure you know how to get in touch with the member if you are not able to obtain the scorebook right away. Keep in mind, team managers should have all significant phone numbers and provide them to you when you need them. Occasionally, a manager of a team will appeal an interpretation of a rule by an umpire or a decision she made, such as calling a game or ending it prematurely. In some situations, the game will continue but be played under protest. As a note, protest of calls such as balls and strikes will not be entertained. There are a number of procedures that go into appealing a decision of a game that a scorekeeper is not involved with at all. But the most important thing you can do is make sure you document that the game is being played under protest or that the game was ended under protest, and have the umpire or the chief umpire and the manager sign and you sign. And your record is going to go before the committee to determine if the game should be replayed. If there is one thing you have to remember, it is this: never take a scorebook home. This is a SWAT team retrieving an official scorebook from the home of a scorekeeper who forgot to turn it in at the end of the game. As can be seen below, the SWAT officer is illuminating the scorekeeper's bedroom. She purportedly had it next to her purse so she wouldn't forget to drop it by the park the next day. You know the story. Just make sure you turn the book in. The manager normally provides you a copy of the team lineup card and retains the other copies for delivery when meeting up with the manager of the opposing team and then later with the umpire. I say usually because some leagues let the scorekeepers distribute them. Most likely, however, you will just receive one copy, and the other manager and the umpire will get copies from each other. If you do not receive the pitcher eligibility tracking form, ask for it at the same time the manager turns in the team lineup form. Be prepared to show it to the opposing manager and the umpire upon request. If they don't request it, don't show it. It may be on a piece of paper, but the rule is this: the scorekeeper accepts the form at face value and leave any challenges to the validity of it by the opposing manager and umpire. This here shows the particular league age of Sean, and this gives you an idea of how this is tracked, the number of pitches he made and how many days he has to wait before he can pitch again. You can read that and study this when you have an opportunity. In the minor divisions, the quality of the pitching staff usually determines the outcome of a game, so managers usually abide by the pitch count, but not always. That is why the validity of the pitcher eligibility form is so important. If a team uses a pitcher that is not eligible to pitch, the game is forfeited. This next slide shows how many pitches a pitcher is allowed to pitch based upon their age. And different leagues have different counts, so you're going to have to find out what particular pitch counts allowed based upon the league, because it could be different for Little League, Babe Ruth, Cal Ripken, and so forth. And you just need to find out what the count is. The same applies to the days of rest. The different leagues have different rules, and this is for Little League, but like I said, Babe Ruth leagues and Cal Ripken and those other leagues have their own days of rest requirements. Also, you need to have some equipment to do scorekeeping. The flashlight works very well in case you lose lighting in the score booth. Also a ruler if you want to keep the neatest scorebook on the planet. You can use a ruler to draw the lines, the baselines. Also have pencil with plenty of erasers. Although you won't make any errors, it's for those others, like the managers making an error and you have to change your books. That's the only reason you'll need erasers. Also, you keep the official clock. Make sure you record the time when you start and when you end. This is a very important thing to do. It's just make sure you do it. Also, the pitch counter. Pitch counters work well if you have an assistant, but if you don't have an assistant, just keep track in your scorebook. Assistant can sit there and keep track of all pitches, but your scorebook is going to be very accurate if you record the pitches and count them appropriately. You have completed Scorekeeping 101, Lesson 7. Proceed to Lesson 8, Recording Information.